Hi guys. Hi guys, it's me, Susan. Haven't seen me for a while, have you? I've been busy. I'll tell you all about it. Not a lot, but I'll tell you about it. I'm home at lunch today. I thought I'd get my post done early so I can have time later on to catch up on my exercise and walk Jolie. Hopefully, it's very cold today in San Antonio, so I didn't even walk her this morning. It was kind of drizzly and yucky. Um, I let's see. It's day it was 81 and it's 86, I believe. Day 86. I haven't posted since Thursday and it's now Tuesday. I put a little note on my page that Sunday night I was too pooped and had a lot of things to do, which fortunately I got those things done. The other thing is that this is my, by the way, this is my SpongeBob mug, which I got one for Cameron and one for myself, so that's Patrick on the other side here, is the one you see. I've been doing a lot of chutes and ladderings, maybe more chutes than ladders. But again, finding that, and unfortunately I've had some friends tell me too, and some people I work with, that it's a real helpful concept because you just get up and keep on going, and you still can't predict what's going to happen, but could be a ladder, could be a chute. I've had a few physical problems that started concerning me enough to where I called the doctor this morning, the oncologist. I had kind of a dramatic weight gain over the weekend, and I could tell from that I was retaining water, and my ankles, which are already big enough as it is, really swelled up. It was very dramatic, and it doesn't usually happen to me. So when it happened again, it sort of came and went, sort of up and down, and so I called the oncologist this morning just to see, does that have anything to do with the chemo? It's really been a long time since the chemo ended. It was December 6th was the end of the chemo. My hair is starting to grow. I don't know if you can see it getting longer on the sides now. But she said no. Hopefully we don't have to own that. That's not something that we can relate to either the radiation or the chemo. So you should call your doctor and check in because it may be. She said, "Do you have high blood pressure?" And I said, "No, actually I have optimal blood pressure. It's usually below 120 and below 80 on the bottom." So she said, "Well, that's usually what causes, often what causes swelling and edema, which is swelling in the ankles, is blood pressure issues." So I got curious. I took out my home blood pressure machine, and they are, they're not super reliable, but I took my blood pressure, and as opposed to being 117 over 78, it was like 147 over 85. Then I took it again about 20 minutes later. It was 151 over 91. And like, this is unheard of for me. So I'm going to look up, before I go running to the doctor, because I don't want to take diuretics, or blood pressure medication. I think it's a temporary glitch. Talked to a friend about it who suggested maybe some interesting body metaphors, like holding on to something, retaining the water is holding on, not wanting to let go of something, and the blood pressure issue, as I think is pretty obvious, often related to stress and tension. So I thought, well, I've been noticing it for about a week, the swelling, and I've had some stomach things going on, really weird stuff. So, and I've noticed these going in these chutes, kind of emotionally this week, which sometimes led to eating salty things. So it feels like it's all just a circle of behaviors that is leading to this problem. So after measuring my blood pressure, I determined that now I've got to really do something about this because it's just not cool. It's not healthy, and it's very unusual. The so-called DASH diet, I'm going to look up more details on that and share it with you if I can find the website. DASH, Dietary Approaches to stopping, I think stopping hypertension. I think S is stopping. Which basically is like eat a lot of fruits, eat a lot of vegetables. I made a couple of little changes. I decided to keep my breakfast the same, which is generally a very good-sized bowl of oatmeal with fruit. And but lunch I'm going to pass on the sandwich that I usually have and shift over to low-fat dairy cottage cheese and fruit, and do that for a few days to see if I can get some of this water off. Because if you know anything about the Atkins diet or the high protein diets, generally you lose a lot of weight in the beginning quickly, but it's all water weight. But actually water is what I want to lose, so that's why I think it might be a good idea to up the protein. And but I'm not going to limit carbs because vegetables and fruits have carbs. I'm going to stick with that. But just more protein and less bread, primarily bread and starches. I don't usually have a lot of pasta or things like that, but I'm going to leave out the bread. So if you're working on your weight along with me at this period of time, that might be something. As I told you, make some little changes here and there, and you may be able to see some quick results, which might give you a little boost. I'm also going to start drinking more water when I'm done with my coffee. The only other thing I wanted to talk to you about today was how to some strategies for how to open a conversation where you want to share feelings. Been talking with a few of the people that I work with about this. They have something they want to say to their partner or to someone close to them, and they don't know how to start. And they have some fears, if they really think about it, that the conversation isn't going to go well, or the person's not going to like what they have to say, or there's going to be some kind of negative outcome. So they hold back. They feel stress from holding back, but they make it impossible for any resolution to occur. Even if they're right and something more negative does happen, that will lead to something else that may need to happen. Let's say, if you tell someone, I'm not happy with our relationship, at first they may feel defensive about that, but that's the only way you can make improvements, really, unless you just suppress your feelings and tell yourself to suck it up and don't expect too much, which I don't think is a good solution to that. So the main idea that we came up with in talking about this is, if you're not sure what to say that. Say, there's something I want to talk about. I'm not really even sure how to say it, and I find that I'm like nervous that maybe it will bother you or offend you, or I don't want to upset you, or I don't want to have a bad conversation, yet it feels important to me, and I'm not really sure why I'm having so much trouble. Tell what you're really feeling at that moment, which at that moment your real feeling is, I want to say something and I don't know how to say it. That usually will, as opposed to like, we need to talk, or what somebody said yesterday. He said, I think I want to just cut to the chase and say, I don't think you love me as much as I love you. I said, I don't think you should say that, That's not really an opening up kind of comment. That's not inviting the other person to do anything except to say, well, maybe you're right. At this moment, I sort of agree with you. Something that disarms the other person by saying, I'm scared, or I want to have a good conversation with you, and I'm worried I don't know how to do it. Something that admits to your confusion or your uncertainty, rather than just, I have to have exactly the right thing all planned out to say. So something you might consider, if that happens to be something that is going on in your life right now, that you might want to talk to someone about something and you're not really sure how to go about it. And believe me, it's easier said than done. I know it's hard. I've had times where I knew exactly what I wanted to say, and when the time came, I just literally could not get it out. It's like some axe is going to come down and chop our head off or something. It's really crazy, and that's how the emotions are so fascinating to me, that can create that kind of fear when usually it's a person who's very important to us that we love, and yet we can't share what we're feeling. So chew on that a while and see if that pertains to you at all. And as I always say, consider taking a little risk here or there, because you usually will end up feeling glad that you did. Maybe not instantly, but eventually it can't do anything but help. Okay, so it's nice to see you again. I did skip one of my chunks, the weekend chunk. I didn't get my upper body workout, but I can already see results in my arms. So I will suggest, if you want to start exercising, start with your arms, because they are notorious for showing improvement the quickest. Okay, and I will see you again soon, hopefully Thursday. But we'll see. I'm trying to take a more relaxed attitude and just do it when I feel it. And today I felt it. So it's been great talking to you all, and hope you're all doing well. And in the meantime, I will urge you to live well, laugh often, and love much. And I'll see you soon on the Cancer Club. Bye-bye.